Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey everyone. My name is Mykola. I'm product manager at App42, and yeah, it's been a tradition already, but I would present my own project. So it's not really connected to App42, but overall, in any way, that's about the discoverability of data. To start with that, I would refer to some of my tweets. So basically, I would be speaking about the data discovery tool based on STAC. And the main idea here is that with this tool, yeah, I suggest to actually be able to browse the entire STAC collection of data and not just look at some specific area of interest and for a given temporal extent. And these visualizations are actually made based on this tool, and during this presentation, I believe I would share some motivation of building that, as well as make a quick demo of how it works and what's the point and which values it can bring. So just to start with that, I would refer to like very common way of browsing geospatial data, and across like multiple products, what is expected usually is that customers, users are coming to the product and they have already in mind the area of interest where they want to search over specific data, and as well as some temporal extent. And so but usually we have some limitations based on that, and it includes that, yeah, you can browse for the whole world, but you would have a limited number of responses returned to you, and you will not be able to see like the whole coverage in most cases. And it includes, by the way, also like this STAC plugin for QGIS, which is awesome, and it definitely exactly what is needed for such use cases. But I would share like a couple of use cases that are slightly different, and I had a chance to actually work on. So the first use case is based on the fact that customers wants to find where is the most covered data by high resolution imagery. So they didn't care that much about one specific location that they had like hundreds of them. And what they wanted to achieve is to find the data that was covered by high resolution imagery the most number of times, and therefore they can learn models and basically build analytics on top of that. And yeah, the second example is even a bit more straightforward, is that for some assets monitoring, also like companies trying to find which data is available right now in archive before committing to make task requests, because task requests in most cases are much more expensive. And therefore, if they can refer to archive data to do the analysis, it's much more cheaper than actually, yeah, trying to task the entire grid system in this use case. And it comes to the case that there are not that many tools that enable you to actually browse the entire collection of archive data. And with that in mind, there was an idea born to build some STAC Discovery tool that would help cover exactly that. So I would just show you a couple of examples right here. So the one that is loaded right now is basically based on Kepler GL. Streamlit is powered by PyStack client and GeoPandas. So overall, what it does is that given the STAC catalog and selected the collection of data, you can kind of like query all the available data in this collection, and then you can see it on a map, and therefore you can make a decision if this data is something that you want to use or something like that, or you want to order, even if we speak about like any high resolution data. And it works pretty well with some limitations, of course. So it's definitely not the best tool to browse for like Sentinel or Landsat data, as you imagine. So this definitely would be the case for other tools. But if you imagine that you would just need to double check what is available on some specific collections of data, you can also run and use this tool, which is, I believe, pretty simple to use with its own limitations. And it's very nice to be used together with some other tools like LiftMap or let's say even others that enables them to browse and discover this data and to visualize it somewhere else. Hopefully it will end up running before I finish the talk. But overall, that's pretty much it from my side. Let's see if it handles this specific collection. But overall, I believe I would just share it on a Gitter, so feel free to test it out and see how it works on your given collection. Yeah, okay, it worked out. So, That's perfect timing, I guess. And yeah, I imagine that you can browse over available data, then make a decision which data you want to use, and then move on. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, that's super cool. I love the Kepler GL responsiveness, and it's really cool to see that combined with stack results and yeah, just be able to kind of play with